Hey everyone, today's video is about when he was your bully but became your lover. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's get going. You never understand why Bakugou had it for you. From the moment you set foot in UA high school, he seemed to take a special interest in making your life miserable. He would call you names, make fun of your quirk, and generally just go out of his way to make you feel small. At first, you tried to ignore him. You told yourself that he was just a jerk, and that you didn't have to pay him any attention. But no matter how hard you tried, Bakugo seemed to be everywhere you went. In class, he would sit behind you and kick your chair. In the hallways, he would shove past you without so much as an apology. And in the cafeteria, he would throw food at you from across the room. It wasn't just you, either. Bakugo seemed to be a general menace to everyone around him. But for some reason, he reserved a special kind of cruelty for you. One day, you couldn't take it anymore. After Bakugo tripped you on your way to class, you spun around and confronted him. "Why do you hate me so much?" You demanded, your voice shaking with anger and fear. Bakugo raised an eyebrow at you. "Hate you? Who said anything about hate? You're always picking on me." You pointed out. "I'm just trying to toughen you up. You're too damn weak." He said with a smirk. "I'm not weak." You shot back. "And even if I was, that's no reason to treat me like dirt." Bakugo shrugged. "Whatever. It's not like it matters, anyway. You'll never be a hero, you know." The words stung, even though you tried to pretend they didn't. You had always dreamed of becoming a hero, but you knew deep down that you didn't have the kind of quirk that would make you stand out. Bakugo's words felt like confirmation for that fact. For a few weeks after that, you avoided Bakugo as much as possible. You tried to stay out of his way and focus on your studies. But no matter how hard you tried, you couldn't shake the feeling that he was watching you. It was like he was waiting for you to slip up so he could pounce. One day, you found yourself alone in the school library, studying for an upcoming test. You were so engrossed in your book that you didn't hear the door open behind you. It wasn't until a stack of books slammed down on your table that you realized you weren't alone anymore. "What the hell are you doing here?" Bakugo asked, glaring down at you. "Isn't it obvious that I'm just studying?" You said, trying to keep your voice steady. "Well, stop. I need to talk to you," he said, grabbing a nearby chair and dragging it over to your table. You swallowed hard, not sure what to expect. Bakugo had never wanted to talk to you before. "So, what do you want, exactly?" You asked warily. Bakugo hesitated for a moment, as if he was trying to find the right words. "Look," he said finally. "I know I've been a bitch to you, and I'm sorry about that." You stared at him, too stunned to speak. "It's just that, I don't know. I guess I saw something in you that I didn't like. Maybe it was the way you seemed so unsure of yourself all the time." He continued, running a hand through his spiky blonde hair. "Or maybe it was just that you reminded me of someone I used to know." "Who?" you asked. Bakugo's expression darkened for a moment before he shook his head. "That doesn't matter. The point is, I was wrong about you. You're not weak. You've got some potential." You blinked, still not sure if you could trust Bakugo. And that sudden change of his heart. "What are you talking about?" "I mean it. I've been watching you. You've got a fire in you that I didn't see before. If you keep pushing yourself, you could be a great hero someday." You couldn't help but feel a surge of excitement at Bakugo's words. You had always dreamed of being a hero, but you had never thought that someone like him would see potential in you. "Thanks," you said finally, feeling a small smile tug at the corners of your mouth. Bakugo grunted. as if he was uncomfortable with the praise. Don't get too excited. You've still got a long way to go. I know, but it's nice to hear that someone believes in me. You said. Bakugo snorted. Don't get used to this. I still think you're annoying as hell. You laughed, feeling a weight lift off your shoulders. Maybe Bakugo would never be your friend, but it was a start. Over the next few weeks, Bakugo's attitude towards you seemed to change. He still made snarky comments and teased you mercilessly, but there was a new level of respect in his tone. He started to give you tips on how to improve your quirk, and even helped you train a few times. You couldn't deny that you were starting to develop feelings for him, despite his abrasive personality. There was something about him. Maybe it was the way he was always pushing you to be better, or maybe it was the fact that he had seen something in you that nobody else had seen. One day, after a really intense training session, Bakugo approached you as you were packing up your things. You're getting better, he said, his tone gruff but almost proud. Thanks to you said, feeling a blush creep up to your cheeks. He scowled. Hey, don't get sappy on me. I'm just doing what any good hero would do. Sure, Bakugo. Whatever you say. You rolled your eyes but couldn't help but smile. For a few minutes, you both stood there in awkward silence, neither of you knowing what to say. You couldn't help but feel like there was something unspoken between you, something that neither of you know how to address. But then, before you could even process what was happening, Bakugo leaned in and kissed you. It was rough and unexpected, but there was something undeniably electric about it. You kissed him back, feeling a rush of excitement and fear. When he finally pulled away, you were both breathless. What was that for? You asked, your voice barely above a whisper. Bakugo looked at you, his eyes intense. I don't know. I couldn't stop thinking about you. And I figured why not? I know you won't mind it anyway. You stared at him, trying to make sense of what was happening. Bakugo had gone from being your bully, to being your trainer, to being your... what exactly? I don't know what this is, he said, as if he was reading your mind. But I want to find out. You nodded, feeling a smile tug at the corners of your mouth. You didn't know what the future held, but for the first time in a long time, you felt hopeful. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye!